Welcome to the short PowerPoint presentation on test anxiety. This presentation is designed to complement the handout entitled Expert Agreement Related to Test Anxiety. Test anxiety is a very real phenomenon that affects different people in different ways. I often like to think that people can be located on a 1 through 10 continuum. Those folks that are 10s often have so much anxiety that they're unable to think rationally or recall anything that's been studied. These people are labeled C on the graph, and they tend to have lower test scores. The ones, labeled A on the graph, experience no anxiety whatsoever. What's interesting is that the ones tend to have scores lower on tests than those with a medium level of anxiety, labeled B. The bottom line is that a medium level of anxiety often correlates with higher test results. Let's look at some basic observations. First, test anxiety is really made up of two components, the cognitive and the physiological. The cognitive components, worry typically, can have an even more negative impact on achievement than the physiological. The physiological reactions, sweating, dry mouth, etc., is often prompted by the cognitive. Typically, test anxiety first manifests itself in grades 3 through 5. Please take a look at items 4 through 6. They're self-explanatory. If we want to have valid measures of achievement, in other words, have an accurate measure of what our students know and can do, we need to consider methods of reducing test anxiety for some of our students. This slide suggests 5 specific strategies, and the handout Expert Agreement Related to Test Anxiety suggests other approaches. As you read the suggestions section in the handout, which comes in list form, please try to identify 3 to 5 new strategies that you'd like to try. Hopefully you also feel affirmed in many of the practices that you already incorporate.